Stalls are back. She's missed the start a length and a half, Tennessee Midnight. She missed the jump badly and missed Denmark White Hart Lane away quickly down to the inside from Rory's Fantasy and away fast Swansea travelling forward. He's got a change of mind now and undercover, and he's pulling across to the outside and further back All the Light. Now coming down the grandstand rail here, Foxtrot jumped to the front from Queen. Premista's gone up on the outside from further back Pinteri Amber. A length and a half further back behind those Exact. Undercover has joined those. Tennessee Midnight starting to pick up some ground about 4 lengths off them from Brown Limestone, Exact, and further back in the race Miss Bikini. Pinteri Amber's trying to hit the rail at the moment. A gap then to Flash Trash and well back in Juice. The outside here, Foxtrot the leader from Tennessee Midnight after it from Undercover, and over on the inside Miss Denmark is the leader, a good 3 in front over on the inside division. Not much between them now. Tennessee Midnight out wide's picked them up. She's missed the start. She's raced to the front. What a big win this. Tennessee Midnight sprinting away, wins 2 or 3 lengths. Foxtrot got second. A length away third, Miss Denmark to the inside, then further back Undercover. A gap in the race, Flash Trash from Brown Limestone, Bromista. Then further back was Miss Bikini, followed by Pinteri Amber, Queen. Then Exact, further back in Juice, back to the inside, Swansea. Rory's Fantasy over there in company with it, pulling up quickly White Hart Lane and All the Light near the tail.
Number 11, Tennessee Midnight in New South Wales, 250 and 150. Number 14 was second, that is Foxtrot at 230. And number 8, which was Miss Denmark, showing $3.60.
11 Tennessee Midnight, 290, 160. 14 Foxtrot, 228. Miss Denmark, 340.
Tennessee Midnight, 250, 150. Number 14 Foxtrot, 230. Number 8 Miss Denmark at 360. That's 250, 150, 230, 360. The Quinella, $13.40. The Exact at $27.10, and the trifecta on the numbers 11, 14 and 8, $278.10. We'll bring you the margins and times and the correct weight when it comes to hand.
The Canberra Sports Bet.
And running now, good start too, although Whistler has jibbed back at the start to try and sneak over towards the rails. My Grenadier began nicely, and Monolith and Lavros Pete showing plenty of speed, and at the 1600 Lavros Pete is a little bit wide, but he's working his way to the front, and it looks as though My Grenadier is happy to trail. Monolith is just behind them, and going around them quickly is Bambaleo. He's caught off the track, so he's going to let him slide up on the outside of Lavros Pete, and as they race onto the back bend, it's Lavros Pete showing the way, a half length in front of Bambaleo, and Guidance going quickly. He too is wide, so the jockey's going to let him slide. He's moving up without cover, and he's deep on the track. My Grenadier next on the inside of Monolith. He's now back running 5th, a half length then to Dam Buster, who's caught a little wide. Blue Murder's next on the inside. Boy, Whistler's giving them a start. He's back second last as they leave the 1,000-metre point behind them, and Jabali's last of all. They come down the side now and approach the home turn, 850 metres to go, and the leader here, it's Guidance, a half length in front of Lavros Pete. Lavros Pete has the advantage of the rails. A length away third is Bambaleo, followed by My Grenadier on the inside. Whistler still giving them a long start as they approach the corner, but he's coming out wide to make his run with Jabali on the bend now. 550 metres left to go. Lavros Pete on the inside and Guidance there together. Bambaleo is a half length away third, coming after them. Monolith is pulled to the outside. He's running into it strongly. Dam Buster, Jabali and Whistler still back in the field. 300 metres to go. Whistler's pulled to the outside. He's really hitting top gear. Monolith swept to the lead. They've got 200 metres to go now. Monolith in front, but Whistler's claiming him on the outside. Monolith and Whistler, with Whistler surging to a clear lead. Whistler's in front, charging home on the outside is Salem's Pick. Whistler's in front. Salem's Pick is going to him with every stride. Whistler's just in front. Yes, he'll hang on. Whistler first, Salem's Pick second. Third, Monolith, followed in by Blue Murder. Jabali was the next one home. Then My Grenadier. Further back in the field came Dam Buster, and then Bambaleo. Guidance was well back, and Lavros Pete weakened to finish at the rear.
Winner there, 1 Whistler, 390, 170. 3 Salem's Tip, 190. 8 Monolith, 460.
On 2KY, welcome to the National Racing Service. Here's Fred Hastings.
Hello everyone, welcome along to the National Racing Service for this this Thursday. It is Oaks Day. It's track of the days. It's been such a busy week. We've got Claire coming.
Racing this time, Nakuma a little bit slow to get going. Bouncing quickly, Amnesia down near the inside and showing some speed shortly after the start here. Here's Ruralism from the outside going forward. Chiming Lass and Lady Julie. Archangel is with those when they settle into stride. Lady Julie out wide from Chiming Lass and Archangel. Ruralism just off the pace now, fourth on the fence, a length and a half Amnesia. Followed by Fellowship from Love's Choice out three deep, a length and a half further back. 2 lengths into Fortunata, Jingle Bells. Well back in the race and coming off the back straight would have been Mrs. Bentley Nakuma. Towards the tail, a Confer with Faith and 3 to Visual Displays. They race up towards the 750 metre mark now. Lady Julie on the inside from Archangel. Ruralism parked third the fence outside at Chiming Lass from Love's Choice. Then came Amnesia outside at Fellowship when they come to the home turn. A gap in the race, Jingle Bells, Fortunata. Further back was Faith, Chow Baby. Then Confer from Nakuma, and well back in the race, Mrs. Bentley. Visual Displays in the straight they race. Archangel, Lady Julie. Ruralism gets the run between them and goes up to join them now from Love's Choice. Then Fellowship back behind those. That's the 300 metre mark. And Ruralism hit the front from Archangel, followed by Fellowship. Out wide a Chow Baby and Visual Displays down the outside. Ruralism grabbed by Fellowship. On the outside, Visual Displays from last with Chow Baby. Visual Displays and Chow Baby down to the post. Bob of the head here. Visual Displays and Chow Baby, nothing in it. Fellowship third, followed by Faith, he rattled home. Then Mrs. Bentley behind them. Ruralism didn't finish it off from Jingle Bells, Love's Choice. Fortunata further back in the race, the outside Confer, followed by Lady Julie. Amnesia, Archangel, well back then Nakuma, and Chiming Lass near the tail. The bob of the head here.
Okay, if it's 1, it'll be 19.50 and 5.20. If it's 11, it'll be 13.80, 4.60.
Okay.
2.40.
Standing by for the number there between 1 Chow Baby, 15.70, 4.50, 11. The other one, Visual Displays, it's got it. God bless it, $14, 4.40. And number 7 for third, Fellowship, $3.
A pickup ride for Shane Dye, replacing Grant Cooksley. And from last in the last bound has nosed Chow Baby out. Heads are up and down on the line, but she's just brought her head down at the right time to get the decision in 1:22.7. Turning for home, she was last. Taken to the outside. Now, just stand by here. We've got the warning siren here at Flemington. Let's have a look down here at the starting gates. There was nothing left behind, to my knowledge. Oh, hang on. Here's one, Merry Wives. Now, hold tickets here. Merry Wives has not obviously jumped with the field. So we're one short, and it's Merry Wives who's coming back here with the clerk of the course just leaving the area over there at about the 1600. So stewards have directed all bets to be held for the time being. Hold all tickets here. Merry Wives obviously hasn't participated in the start. We'll just have a look up. Yeah, it's flipped up in the gate.
All right, so hang on to your tickets there, folks, particularly if you're on Merry Wives. Greg and I were just commenting we couldn't find it in the run, but the reason was it was stuck in the stalls. Race number 2 at Clare. Time.
They're off and running now. Out in a good line too. One of the best away here. After jumping out was on the inside Ancona Edition from Just Nelson and Silver Seraphim. The outside Stockwatch is starting to work up towards the front when they settle, and Stockwatch has gone up on the outside to take the lead from Ancona Edition. It led by a length, 2 lengths further back in the race, then Just Nelson third. 1 then to Busy Toy now fourth, a length further back the outside Silver Seraphim. 2 lengths further back Glass Cutter, followed by Bowl Front, who's in on the fence. Lorenza out 3 deep, 2 further back Keelan. 3 last of all in the race as they come down the side is Mighty Ming at the 800 metre mark, and the leader Stockwatch. Over on the fence, a length and a half, Just Nelson, a half Ancona Edition. Silver Seraphim back running fourth, Glass Cutter deep. In on the fence, Busy Toy from Lorenza, followed by Bowl Front. Well back Keelan, and last of all as they come to the turn is Mighty Ming. Stockwatch straightened up in front for Oliver, a length and a half in front of Just Nelson. He wants to get off the fence, this leader. Ancona Edition got up on the inside of him. Just Nelson looks to be travelling okay. Silver Seraphim further out. Stockwatch in front from Ancona Edition. Just Nelson, he hasn't let down. Now he goes for it. Bowl Front running behind them from Silver Seraphim. Then Glass Cutter. It's Stockwatch grabbed by Just Nelson, who hit the front with 150 to go. Then on the outside, Silver Seraphim, but Just Nelson got the upper hand from Stockwatch, and Just Nelson, 2 good scores, 3/4 Stockwatch, a length away, third in the race, Silver Seraphim. Then Busy Toy from Glass Cutter, a gap, then Bowl Front. Followed further back at the head of the others by Ancona Edition with Mighty Ming. A long gap then to Keelan, and Lorenza back near the tail.
Winner there, number 2, Just Nelson, and it'll pay a dividend of 9, 10, 260. 10 Stockwatch, 160. 8 Silver Seraphim, 250.
2 Just Nelson, 10 even, 280. 10 Stockwatch, 160. 8 Silver Seraphim, 220.
Hadn't let this go. Just Nelson had followed Stockwatch, had got to the outside. He still hadn't let it go at the 300-metre mark. Just sitting. Stockwatch was under pressure, just running around a little, and he let this one down. Just Nelson had claimed the lead, with Silver Seraphim running on well, but the winner too good. 2, 10 and 8. 2, 10, 8.
All right, 2, 10, 8 will have totes in a moment. Delay with weight at Doomben. Jim Byrne rode Kia Lower, who ran 4th, and Jim Byrne looking at the Stewards Patrol footage of an incident in the straight with a view to possibly lodging an objection. Here are the totes at Flemington.
Faithful Love sweating up into barrier number 12. Northeast Sheila is ready. Gate 7, no, it's just backing away. Northeast Sheila goes up now and they're set to go. Good keen betting race. Straight 1200. And they're set to go. Light on. About to break. Faithful Love 12. Off and running. Northeast Sheila has gone away with them. Turlington flew from the outside, and they're all heading towards the grandstand rail here, where Turlington let out from Faithful Love. Minerva showing speed out in the middle now, going quickly as Chardonnay and Ice. Further back than Deadwood Stage, followed by Heaps of Fun and Brooks Express. Northeast Sheila just off the pace. 900 metres to go. Turlington the outside fence from Minerva. Deadwood Stage third. Back in the middle, Chardonnay and Ice from behind those. Manahai Miss. Then Northeast Sheila further back than Heaps of Fun. Then Faithful Love, followed further back by Taringa as they go to the 600-metre mark. Manahai Miss getting a fair way back now from Arctic Bite, who's back at the tail. Just in front of it, Happy Spring. They're spread across the track. Outside fence, Turlington tackled by Minerva. And Chardonnay and Ice from back in the middle now. Deadwood Stage. Northeast Sheila. Porto Rocco running on. Heaps of Fun is there with Brooks Express and Manahai Miss trying to get out. Faithful Love gets a run now from Spice Doll. Well back across the track here. Minerva on the outside, just in front. Heaps of Fun and Faithful Love, and Porto Rocco getting up in the centre. Porto Rocco going up now to Faithful Love, Minerva, and Heaps of Fun. There are 3 or 4 in line. It's Faithful Love just in front near the line from Porto Rocco. Faithful Love has won it ahead to Porto Rocco. Third's tight, Heaps of Fun from Minerva. Not much in it there. A gap in the race. Dot the eyes from Northeast Sheila, Spice Doll. Then Taringa further back in the race. Manahai Miss, Turlington. Behind them is Arctic Bite. Further back, Happy Spring. Then Chardonnay and Ice, followed by Brooks Express. And last of all is Deadwood Stage.
8 Faithful Love, 540, 210. 12 Porto Rocco, 450. Photo third. 3 Minerva, 430. Or 7 Heaps of Fun, 230.
Number 8, Faithful Love to return 490, 190, 12. Porto Rocco, 390. 3 Scott third, Minerva, $4 even.
12 and after the photo, number 3.
All right, another winner for Brett Preble, who's had a very good carnival, very good couple of weeks. Second of the day at Grafton is time to go at 2:35.
And we've already looked at the openers there.
One down at Geelong, of course, won the Oaks Trial. Dan Glisser, model of consistency. Chris Muntz up for Gay Waterhouse. Damien Oliver going for his third. Kensington Palace and Northwood Plume in the past. Jimmy Cassidy's had a great run in the race. He's won 5. And they're just about ready. He's won 4, Jim. This is the 5th if he can get it. And Greg Hall yet to win 1. He goes to Dubai later this month. They're off and running in the Oaks. And came out in a good line. And Dan Glisser first to break the line here. In front of Dame Talik and just behind them Shamare, the Golden Dane. The outside Smites' rivalry beat the fade. Further back in the race then came Madame Plume, Shizu, My Sienna Tributes and Normandy as last of all. Out of the straight they go in the Phillies Classic, and Dan Glisser in front here for Chrissy Muntz. Led nearly a length on the outside Dame Talik, and the Golden Dane is parked third. 2 lengths Smites' rivalry, 2 further back beat the fade. The outside on the outside of it now Shamaro. 3 further back then came at the head of the others Madame Plume from Shizu. 2 to My Sienna, 3 further back Tributes and 4 to Normandy. and they're running along a little. It's about 15 lengths first to last, 1800 out, and Danglisser on top, led nearly 2 lengths to Dame Telic. A length further back than the Golden Dane, 3 or 4 further back, Smitzel's Rivalry fourth. 1 further back, Beat the Fade. Outside it running 6 now, Shamaro. 2.5 further back, Madame Plume covering up Shizu. 2.5 then to My Sienna. 2 or 3 lengths, Tributes, and 2 to Normandy last of all. Danglisser, the Sydney filly, carts them to the back straight at the 1400 metre mark in the Oaks, led by a length and a half for Munce. In second placing, Dame Telic. Oliver's got the Golden Dane third, the fence a length further back. There goes one taking off around the outside, Madame Plume. Madame Plume has gone up to Danglisser to serve up the lead. Danglisser kicked up at Chiquita Lodge and led a length again. 2 on the outside, Madame Plume. A length and a half further back, Dame Telic. The Golden Dane getting a good run fourth, a length Shamaro. 1 length further back in the race, and Smitzel's Rivalry. Beat the Fade, got up inside it. 2 lengths further back, My Sienna, about 6 lengths off them as they pack up. A length and a half, Shizu, a half Tributes, and 4 or 5 last of all, Normandy. They go towards the 850 metre mark now. Danglisser on the inside, from on the outside of it, Dame Telic, who got out a little wide. The Golden Dane back to the inside, Dame Telic under pressure. Further back in the race, Madame Plume from Shamaro. My Sienna is easing out now, the Tassie filly back on the inside then is Beat the Fade, and Shizu lost some ground. Further back, Tributes pulled out wide. My Sienna pushed off the track as Beat the Fade got a run. Danglisser straightens up now from Shizu the rail. Coming to the outside from the Golden Dane. Here's My Sienna coming down the middle, running on. Tributes following at home, and further back, Beat the Fade. It's the pride of Tasmania, My Sienna and Shizu the outside. That's Shizu and now My Sienna from Tributes. Shizu on the inside and My Sienna. Tributes further out, 3 in line. My Sienna in the middle, put her head in front. Tributes coming at her. Tributes got to My Sienna. Tributes goes home better. Tributes wins the Oaks. 3/4 for the Gouts. My Sienna second. A half away third, Shizu. A gap the Golden Dane. Then Smitzel's Rivalry, a long gap in the race, Dame Telic. Danglisser didn't run the trip from Beat the Fade. Then Shamaro. Further back in the race, then came Normandy. And last of all is Madame Plume.
Darren Gauchi's Oaks and Tributes into 840, 240, 2 My Sienna, 140, 3 Shizu, 350.
10 Tributes, 710, 220, 2 My Sienna, 140, 3 Shizu, 330.
And Gauchi has got it home for John Hawkes, ranging up to My Sienna, who kicked pretty hard. They came wide right out in the middle, with Shizu then popping off the fence. There were 3 in line with 100 to go. But the Gouch has won the Oaks for Johnny Hawkes on Tributes. My Sienna going up to Shizu, got its head in front. Danglisser struggling, and then Tributes further out in the All Cerise livery of Woodlands. And the 3 of them in line with about 80 metres to go. My Sienna got ahead in front, but Tributes came at her. They got close, but she was finishing off best, and she's won it about 3/4 of a length with a punch in the air from Gauchi. He's been having a horror run, Darren, so it's the one he wanted. And he's got it here on Tributes, number 10 for Johnny Hawkes.
And the winner, 10 Tributes, 840, 240, 2 My Sienna, 140, and 3 Shizu, 350. Quinella, 1160 as they get set clear. The Exacta, 2740 on the Oaks, 2740. The 10-2-3 trifecta, 266.30, 266.30, and the 10-2-3-5 first 4, 1,291.40. 1,291.40 the first 4 on 10-2-3-5, and the double 8 into 10 Faithful Love Tributes 45.20, 45.20, special div 5.20. Margins times, wait to come. Darren Gauchi for John Hawkes. Tributes wins the Crown Oaks. The update you've...
Class record, that is, and the sectional time 36.21 for the final 600 metres, 36.21. Place getters return to scale 9, 11 and 8 after the running of race number 3.
Okay, thanks indeed, Terry. Let's go to Flemington. They're getting set.
Mr. Millennium goes up. Baroncelli linking up. Lady Solville to come along with National Bid. The Decorator drawn on the inside of another Marauder. Trey Beale further out here. Makes a good line with Bridge House, Merlin's Law. And Zealy Lad ready. Just about set. Last couple coming in. Very warm conditions, waiting on National Bid. National Bid to go up. The Decorator now favourite from another Marauder. They're drawn the 1 and the 2. Trey Beale, Bridge House. Further out, Merlin's Law. Coup de Grace set. Zealy Lad is in with Mr. Millennium. Educate further out with Collins Street, Korshnoy, They're set now. Baroncelli, National Bid the outside. And the field ready at the 1800. Stalls are back and they're off and running. Merlin's Law missed it about 2 or 3 lengths, and Korchnoi getting back after the start. One of the best away was the Decorator. He doesn't want to lead, and going around the outside, Van Halen. Coup de Grace showing some speed, and with those settling down now, Trabeel and Bridgehouse is further out on the track, and another Marauder will settle behind them with pushing up in the middle now, Mr. Millennium. Baroncelli 3 out, 2 lengths further back in the race then. Came Educate over on the inside of Lady Solville. National Bid 3 deep, 2 or 3 further back, Collins Street, followed by Garnier. Then came Zealy Lad further back in the race, then Korchnoi, and Merlin's Law is last of all, 1200 out. Coup de Grace led now about 3/4 to on the outside second. Is Van Halen, a length and a half. The Decorator, the box seat third. 3/4 further back, Bridgehouse is running fourth. A length further back, Trabeel, followed by Mr. Millennium back in the middle, and Baroncelli 3 deep. 2 to National Bid, a half further back than another Marauder. Moving up on the outside of it, Lady Solville, 1 further back, Educate. They're followed over on the inside there by Merlin's Law, followed by Garnier. Collins Street well back with Korchnoi, and Zealy Lad is last of all. Coup de Grace led now as they go towards the 700-metre market, led about a half length. On the outside is Van Halen. Further back in the race then, Bridgehouse went up third. The Decorator just behind it. Over on the inside, Trabeel when they turn, followed by another Marauder. Mr. Millennium is coming to the outside, followed by Baroncelli, Educate, and then further back was Garnier. They're in the straight, 400 to go, and moving up on the outside here, Van Halen 2, Coup de Grace, followed by Trabeel trying to get a run through, and Korchnoi's made up a ton of ground. Right up on the inside, running on. Further out is Collins Street down the middle. They're followed by Garnier. Korchnoi the inside, grabbed by Collins Street. Collins Street took the lead from Korchnoi, and Collins Street is coming away. 2 lengths to Korchnoi, third's tight. Merlin's Law the inside, and Trabeel, a gap in the race further back, Garnier, followed by Educate, and behind those, over along the inside, Van Halen from Coup de Grace. A Decorator didn't come on from another Marauder. Mr. Millennium didn't finish up from Baroncelli, National Bid, Bridgehouse, Zealy Lad, and near the tail is Lady Solville.
Number 18, Collins Street, $25.90 for the win and $7.50 the place. 16, Korchnoi, $2.30 and a photo for third.
Okay, number 18, Collins Street, 20, 50 and 6.20. Number 16, Korchnoi to return $3 even, and 13 possibly third, Trabeel at $3.70.
Was well back about third last turning after Korchnoi. Jay Cassidy had got right up on the inside and saved all his ground, and then down the middle Shane has come on this one that was expected good odds after Korchnoi had got up on the inside, just reached the lead from Coup de Grace momentarily, but Collins Street had him, and number 18 has won.
All right, leave it there. We need to clear the early figures at Grafton for the...
70, second for Profits Kiss, 130, no third for 3, Life's a Rainbow, Quinella, $3.70, Trifecta, $14.30.
And she jumped away fairly. Flavour began okay, and they'll all switch to the outside. Dandelar first out on the outside, led them up. On settling from Far Rain, quickly up running second. Toledo behind those from Kidman's Cove. Then Charm Seen Land, and further back was Marstick with Spargo, and Flavour has got back to the rear. 850 metres to go. Dandelar the grey along in front, about 3/4 Far Rain. 2 further back Toledo, about 3 lengths off the lead on the outside of Kidman's Cove. Charm Seen Land the fence, 2 to Marstick, Spargo. Flavour last of all, 600 metres to go, and it's Dandelar about a half in front of Far Rain. They're both under fair holds, first and second. Toledo a length off third, behind it Kidman's Cove. Then Charm Seen Land, further back Spargo switching in from Marstick and Flavour. Dandelar and Far Rain as they go down towards the 300-metre mark from Toledo. Far Rain, Preble hasn't let it go yet. Dandelar under pressure. Now he goes for Far Rain. She gets up to Dandelar. They draw 3 lengths, Charm Seen Land. Dandelar's fighting back. Far Rain got its head in front. Now draws a half length to Dandelar with 100 to go. And the filly's coming clear now. Far Rain switched across Dandelar, but Far Rain wins a length and a half. Dandelar 2 away third, Charm Seen Land. Then Marstick, a gap Toledo from Kidman's Cove, Flavour, and Spargo was last of all.
She's good, all right. Number 10, Far Rain, $1.70, $1.20. Dandelar, $1.60. Third, Charm Seen Land, $4.90.
On the Super Tab there, number 10, Far Rain, $1.80, $1.20. 5, Dandelar, $1.89. Charm Seen Land, $3.50. Daily double there, Melbourne. 10 and 10 to return, $11.20.
Number 10 in the frame, number 10, Far Rain, ridden by Brett Preble. Second 5, Dandelar, ridden by Jim Cassidy. And third 9, Charm Seen Land, Peter Mertens. 10, 5 and 9, 10, 5, 9.
All right, more from Flemington soon. The TAB's on race number 4 at Grafton, numbers 3, 6 and 5.
And the winner, number 3, Glint of Heart, returning.
Stay. Ekalaka drawn the inside, the favourite Palladium Star. Gates are back and they're off and running in the last. And Henty Lane began well with Go With The Flow. Palladium Star was handy and prominent early. Ekalaka on the inside, just easing back behind them here is Henty Lane. Going quickly with out wide Norway Star. Atomic Man heading up towards the front. Norway Star will cross the field here. A length and a half in front from Straight Clip. Atomic Man back third on the inside, and they were being followed just behind them by Sterling Knight, and then came Palladium Star in the leading brigade. Whipping up around those, Sterling Knight now goes up third. Atomic Man eases back fourth. Palladium Star fifth. A length and a half further back in the field, Henty Lane, followed by Gold Robe. A length and a half, Ruling Regent. Then Chief Red Eye on the inside, followed by one man out. Two further back in the field, Kings of Far, Go With The Flow, recommittal. 2 lengths away, then Ekalaka, and Our Grades last of all. Coming down the side, they've got 800 metres left to go. Norway Star on the inside will lead the field. Approaching the home turn, Norway Star in front from Sterling Knight up on the outside. In the middle was Straight Clip. A length away, Atomic Man, followed by Palladium Star in a Butte spot. He's fifth. He's only 2 off the lead. 2 to Gold Road, then Henty Lane on the inside. Ruling Regent was next as they approach the home turn. At the 500 behind them, one man out. Go With The Flow, a fairway backward. Chief Red Eye, Ruling Regent, Kings of Far, recommittal. Ekalaka second last is pulling out wide, and 2 to Our Grades last of all. 400 metres to go in the last. And as they run down the straight, Norway Star, Straight Clip on the outside. Atomic Man goes for the run. Palladium Star now sees daylight. Wider out was Ruling Regent. And Norway Star in front from Straight Clip. Here's Palladium Star. He's very green, but he races up to them quickly again. Out wide, Ruling Regent trying to go with him, but Palladium Star's reached the lead. Ruling Regent driving at him, but Palladium Star will win the last. Wins it pretty comfortably too. A half length to Ruling Regent. Perhaps Ekalaka third from one man out. Back on the inside was Atomic Man. In behind those then Sterling Knight, Ekalaka. Our Grades behind them with recommittal. Further back in the field than Henty Lane. And to the head of the others then Straight Clip. Then Norway Star. At the head of the others Kings of Far, Henty Lane. Well back in the field, Go With The Flow, Chief Red Eye, and back towards the tail was Gold Robe.
Number 7, Palladium Star, 250, 160. 3, Ruling Regent, 860. Photo third, 1, Ekalaka, 220. 6, one man out at 870.
And beautifully ridden, sitting up in the box seat fifth.
All right, we have to leave it there. Impressive customer, Palladium Star. Now, updating Claire. Last
day at $6. That's what we should stage, actually. We should stage a race between Marshall and Letts on their Clerks of the Course horses and see how they go. There's Bart, the Cup's king. Having a nice, relaxing day, I would think, today, after winning the Melbourne Cup. And he's obviously quite relaxed there today and enjoying his day watching the Oaks. Of course, he's got Beat the Fate, who they took in riderless and also with a blindfold on Beat the Fate. Jimmy's about to move up now on Shizou. Let's now take you to Flemington now and his Greg.
Right, Nick, yes, in front of what is certain to be announced as a record Oaks Day crowd. We're getting ready for the Phillies Classic. Tributes comes in the Cerise for Darren Gouts. He won the race on Taj Eclipse back in '83. Shizou comes along into the lineup now. Smarts' Rivalry takes the outside stall, and the Crown Oaks field locked away, ready to run. My Sienna, the favourite, all blue colours, drawn 9. At $2.90. Off they go. She began pretty well towards the outside there and wants to snag in behind them for some cover early as Danglisser pounced on the front immediately. And down to the post the first time, Danglisser led. Dame Telek, the Golden Dane, dropped onto the fence in third placing, followed by Smarts' Rivalry. Next, Samaro as they head towards the turn out of the straight. Beat the Fate on the inside about middle of the field. 2 lengths to Madame Plume, a length and a half Shizou, 2 to My Sienna, 3 to Tributes, and a length and a half to Normandy last of all. And the pace Genuine at the 2000 set by Danglis.